we welcome first of all from Cannon's MMA, Craig Rumming.
The third of Paul Gannon's fighters of the night.
Yeah, Craig used to train Leicester shoot fighters as well. I remember seeing his face back in the day.
We are familiar with Craig.
I think he's fought a couple of times for Battle Arena now as well.
He's one of those guys, got to give him a lot of props for fighting at his age.
I wonder if we'll still be competing in top forces.
I hope so. Craig could certainly be an inspiration to do so.
And his opponent from Freestylers, please welcome Neal McQuade.
Yeah, Neal definitely looking the smaller of the two guys fighting.
First thing I'm noticing is I think Craig's definitely going to have a reach advantage here.
Yeah, absolutely.
5.5 kilograms. Introducing first in the red corner from Cannon's MMA. He is a mixed martial artist. Make some noise for Craig Rumming.
Like I said, we're familiar with Craig, known from the amateur circuit for a while, doing C-class competitions and grappling comps.
He is a jiu-jitsu fighter. Welcome, Neal McQuade.
So I think he's coming off a bit of a long stint with a bad hand. See if that plays a factor. Definitely got a height advantage, Craig.
Yeah, both guys just taking the time, feeling each other out.
Neal looks very calm, hands by his chin. He's got a long left hand. I imagine that would favour his jab. He looks very light on his toes.
Yeah, Craig looking to work the kicks so far.
Craig needs to keep this long. He needs to keep him on his jab. He needs to keep kicking him, especially if Neal's got a boxing background. Low kicks will be the way.
Neal stepping in with big punches there.
A beautiful straight right. Neal's movement away from strikes is very good. Movement's #1 defense, and he's using it beautifully.
Yeah, both guys definitely taking the time here.
Definitely in a fit in that process.
Superman punch by
Superman
Craig.
punch, nice.
Nice. Neal's starting to work his boxing now.
Neal's right hand is very nice.
Craig
very
ties
nice.
him up.
Oh,
Nice
good knee from Craig. Good knee from Craig. Gannon's 1 win, 1 loss so far tonight. Predominantly grapplers, so this is really where Craig wants to be.
Yeah, Neal's squatting against the cage there. He's not got his feet backed up to the cage at all. Craig could trip his foot out.
I think Craig could trip that quite easily. That's what he's
Looks to
going
do
for
so.
right now. Got his
Neal's about to
underhook.
circle off.
Now Craig's back's on the fence. Neal's not using his head here. He's got to get that head position in.
Yeah, Craig just looking to tie up and work the knees with his back to the cage.
Neal is hitting hard though. He's hit with quite a bit of volume. Nothing too significant. But it's hard, and he's throwing punches in bunches. A lot of hammer fist to the thigh.
I think Neal has the advantage in the stand-up, so perhaps he should be looking to break here, and maybe he is.
I think he's trying to break.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to separate, but
Yeah, Craig looks like he's got a pretty tight hold of his wrist with Craig's left arm.
yeah, he's using that overhook just to
Yeah, and he's got his wrist
to keep
as
him
well.
sticking.
And a good break from Lee Hasdell there. Both men center cage. Neal's nice height, beautiful
Neal
1-2.
coming in with the punch.
Beautiful 1-2. Nice left hook.
Nice.
And he throws down and he clinches again. I had Neal winning that exchange. I don't know why he chose to clinch.
Yeah, Neal looking for the takedown now. He's hooking a leg.
And a nice trip. But this is really where Craig wants to be. He goes straight into a full guard.
Yeah, Craig looking. I think he's got the overhook on the far side. He's looking to stuff the wrist, and he's definitely looking for a triangle now. And it's almost there. Neal manages to turn his hand out.
Neal doing a good job of keeping some composure there. He's keeping his head forward.
Yeah, Craig's still trying to work that triangle again.
Would you recommend he come down to the wrist rather than the bicep?
Yeah, he wants to be looking for the wrist there. But
there's a trip.
He's already gone for it once, so Neal's wise to it, I think.
He should come up off of that, Craig. He should come up off of that.
And that's the end of the round.
He has there just one in the heel hook. I'm not sure Craig was quite going for that. Good competitive first round, though.
Yeah, Craig obviously trying to stay busy off his back. I'm not sure if the leg lock's the best way to go. It sometimes leaves you in a bad position unless you're an expert in that that category of submissions.
I think if you've managed to get the sweep, I'd take the opportunity to get on top rather than chase submission. Leg lock's very 50-50. Quite impressed with Neal's footwork and his hands. He looks very comfortable.
Yeah, I think he just needs to kind of keep the fight standing. He's getting to a clinch game a lot, which is okay if you want to press him against the cage and beat him up there, but he's looking for takedowns, and albeit he's had some success, but I think he'd do better to keep it standing.
He's landing a very good 2 or 3 punches and then clinching up. I don't know why he doesn't just kind of come back out or follow up with more combos. It's tough there when you find a grappler. It's not always that easy to keep the distance. Cage is quite small. He's looking a bit more busy now, Neal. He's moving his head an awful lot.
Yeah,
he's backing Craig up. Nice.
He's backing up against the cage again.
I think that was a good 5 or 6 punches in a row. But again, he's clinched him up.
Yeah, this time
and now Craig reverses it, lands in full mount as well by the looks of things.
It looks like he's going for the armbar straight away.
He's going straight for that armbar.
Neal's got his hands together, he knows it's coming, so he's obviously savvy on his back.
So risky move going to his back, Craig, this early in the round. He might just want to stay there, look for some openings, pick some shots.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to work an Americana there, maybe.
This is a B-class bout, so there's no headshots on the floor.
The armbar's there, Craig just needs to step over.
I'm not sure he wants to take that risk and go to his back so early in the round. Nice work from Craig. Giving nice strong base.
Yeah, Neal in a bad position here. He's trying to use his back against the cage, and
from a mounted position.
Success. He's turned him. Craig looking for the armbar straight away, and Neal doing well he's almost past there.
Busy off his back, Craig, which is nice. And he allows the break.
Referee separates him and back to standing again. Yeah, Neal stepping in now, and again he's clinched up. Looking for the trip.
Neal seems to be winning the striking exchanges. I'm not quite sure why he's clinching up so much. I think that's definitely where Craig feels more comfortable. Could be a nice knee there.
Craig's managed to turn him now. Neal gets the trip
nice
again.
trip from
The trip's
Neal.
working for him, to be fair.
Very nice. Lands straight into his side control. You start looking for that mount now.
Craig looking for that reverse triangle.
Craig needs to move his butt out the other way. He needs to shrimp out the other way. I think we'll get plenty of space to get his guard back. At the minute, it looks like he might roll to give up that front headlock. And Neal's wrapped up his shin.
Yeah, good work from the top by Neal. He's
good work.
controlling there.
Really
landing some strikes.
canceled that out. Craig coming up. Looks like he's going to snag that single leg. He finishes it and he's in side control himself. Very nice.
Good work. Yeah, and this is why I think Neal should have perhaps kept his standing. Craig seems to have the upper hand slightly in the grappling exchanges.
Even if they are equal in the grappling, I'd say Neal has a clear advantage on the feet. So they need to consider for round 3. And right now, Neal's just holding that guillotine from side control bottom, which isn't really going to get him anywhere.
Yeah,
times a pass over nice, but lands in half guard. Last 10 seconds. This is where Craig wants to end in a good position here.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to work a head and arm to it, but I don't think he's got enough time to get anywhere close to that.
I'd say not bad ending the round in the submission attempt though.
Yeah.
Looks good. Both men look very fresh. However, Craig has a pretty bad cut over his left eye by the looks of things.
Yeah, and that's credit to Neal. Like we said, he's been landing the punches all throughout the second round and really wants to keep it there. I can understand being the shorter guy, you know, which is why he wants to close the distance and he's end up in that clinch. And to be fair, he's got a decent trip that he keeps working from there. So
he's got a very good right hand, very good straight right, very good overhand, and I think that's definitely what's clipped the left eye of Craig.
Yeah, close fight though, so I think it could definitely be won or lost in this third round.
I don't think that cut's going to cause much trouble. The doctors seem fine.
Yeah, I think it's on his eyebrow.
Yeah, Lee Hasdale not really paying much attention to it, so I think it looks all right. And we're all good for the third. Neal looks geared up, looks ready to go.
Yeah, both guys had a good feel for each other now, so I'm sure in their heads they know where they want to take this fight.
Neal looks fresh. I mean, I heard about that boxing experience, and that wouldn't surprise me now because he looks comfortable in there. But a beautiful double leg.
That was well worked by Craig. He knew Neal was going to come in swinging. He's done it time after time, and Craig timed that perfectly.
Overcommitted a bit too many on that shot.
They're looking to work a little bit of rubber guard here, but Craig's passing off
passing it. He's got to bring him back down. He's going to take him back. Again, we're seeing another bulldog choke attempt. Seems to be a popular one of the night. Craig's really just got to ride this out and take his back. He needs to push on the elbow of Neal, try and clear his head. But if he can get both hooks in, I think he's winning on a judge's scorecard anyway. It's interesting to see how effective that double leg was, because for the majority of the fight, it seems like they've been trying to tie up a collar tie or underhooks. And the minute one guy changed his level and just shot that double, he got him straight down.
Yeah, he did well to mix it up.
Yeah.
So Craig controlling the top half of Neal. Perhaps looking to pop that arm across and take head and arm choke again, this time with more time to finish.
Neal looks like he's maybe looking for a big bridge. I really think he just needs to hip escape. He needs to shrimp his hip out towards us and regain his guard.
Yeah, Craig is winning this round at the minute.
Craig needs to drive down that right shoulder. Just bring his weight a bit lower.
Craig's going to mount now.
Don't want to see him hold that.
Craig keeping a low mount there.
Don't want to see him hold that for too long, and he comes up to a
back
normal.
To man. He can strike from here.
He's to have some big shots to the body. He's gone for the triangle. He hadn't wrapped it up fully though. That could have been a mistake. If he could be active off his back though. If he could be active,
he's got a triangle position.
Talk to the triangle, Liam.
Now. Yeah, he just needs to get both hands on his head and pull it down. He's kind of like messing around with the arm, and he just needs to get both hands on the head and pull it in. Neal looking to lift and press him against the cage.
Right in front of us now. He's pulling on the
looks
shin.
Comfortable in there. Craig's tied it up again, and this time it is deep. It's very deep. All he needs to do is pull the head down to finish.
He needs to pull his head and pinch his knees.
It's there. He could do with a little bit more of an angle. It's going to be close, so.
Would you underhook the leg at this point?
Yeah, I'll be trying to underhook the leg and get the angle. Obviously, he's struggling a bit against the cage. Neal's obviously not making it easy for him. I think he's got just enough space in there to breathe.
How about in terms of defense from Neal here?
Yeah, Neal needs to get his head up. Obviously, it's difficult at the minute. He can't get his arm back. Really, Craig should finish this. But he's finished in a strong position. Neal survived the submission.
A very nice end to the final round of a great fight. I'd personally have that going either way. I think Neal had the first round. I think Craig had the last round. That middle round could be somewhat of a toss-up.
Yeah, it's a close fight. I've got to be honest, I think I'll give it to Craig if I had to pick one.
So we have a judge's decision. The winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner,
Craig gets the victory.
Yeah, good win for Craig.
A good return for Craig after his hand injury. It's good to see him back in there. It's good to see him get the win as well. Big props to Neal. A very competitive fight.
Longer than you thought, or do you expect a tough fight tonight? It's been a while for the rusty. It's been a fight. Not pleased with my performance. All the things I do once again. Big shout out to Aaron's MMA Leicester for helping us out. Aaron's MMA rugby, my team. Big shout out to him. Boxing squad as well, for helping me out with training. All you guys, everybody has been amazing. Arena, like a warrior overnight as well. Shout out to everyone. You're on a sponsorship deal, aren't you? So give a round of applause to your winner tonight, Craig Rumming.